Welcome back to Els TV. And people, this is why. Listen. Leave a like on the video. Leave a subscribe. We're 26 subscribers away from 400. We can get it done. Appreciate the support so far. And leave a comment down below. But people, this is why I never say we're going to win a game. I did my video yesterday with Real United Hot. Go check it out. Last video. The one time I say I think we're going to win the game, we draw 2-2. And people, how we drew that game was robbery. Robbery. Let's get straight into it. As I said, right, change the scenery, a little bit of an angle change. But listen, how we drew that game was robbery. How that was not a penalty on Ahmad. I understand people saying, oh, maybe Ahmad needs to eat food. Maybe he needs to be more physical in that situation. But brother, he pushes his foot in a little bit. And he's had his hands on him. And he goes down. Yes, he might be soft, but he goes down. And then they go up the other end and score. That should not have happened. And then the Harry Maguire thing. That was less of a pen than the thing for Ahmad. I'm not saying that it's not a red card for Harry Maguire because what Harry Maguire did was stupid. You have your hands around him. You're grabbing his shirt. But how they didn't give a pen for us in that situation and then Bournemouth go and score. They review it on VAR and still give Bournemouth the goal and say that it's not a penalty. And then we get a red card after that. We did equalize. Not equalize. We did go back up 2-1. So fair enough. So as I said, it's really dumb by Harry Maguire to do that, especially after you get a new contract announcement. You know, you're trying to get the spirits high and what's not, and you go and do that. But even that wasn't really a penalty. I understand the red card, but even that wasn't really a penalty. It's crazy, and we didn't play badly today. So I'm not gonna come off this game, freaking out and raging in the sense where we're not gonna do well in that next game, or I'm kind of concerned for how we're going to play for. Because we play like that, we'll not beat most teams. We'll compete right now with most teams. And that's what we need to do at this current moment in time. So I'm happy with that. But people, man, this was our opportunity to go 9 points clear. I feel like the Prem has this script written for us right now. That's why they're doing this. They're like, Manchester United doing their thing. They're winning games. Let's just not give them this win. Let's do something to make their fairy tale not happen. Because what I just don't get what we just saw. And the refereeing in the Premier this season has just been so poor. So many things in the Premier this season has been poor. Let's be real. The style of play, long throws and that, refereeing, VAR decision, all this stuff, man. And it needs to stop. It needs to stop, man. It needs to y'all need to fix up. Because we can't be dealing with this, man. But anyway, I don't want to complain and just say it's all about that. Because we definitely should have opportunities that maybe we could have won the game. And there's other things that could have been changed. No. Michael Carrick, I'm not saying he didn't get much wrong today, but what he did get wrong was the substitution. Now, what I'm going to say here is probably not going to go down well with people, right? But I think the first substitution should have been Joshua Zirkzee. Judging by how we were playing in that game, every single attack we had was on the counter-attack with a little one-touch football. The striker dropping in deep and Wembley dropping in deep, flicking it off into the left or the right side. With Bruno being that second man runner to maybe drop a pass in behind or whoever. Now, if Joshua Zirkzee is in that Wembley position, it's more likely he holds the ball and can do the exact same thing. Or he just flicks it in a better situation because that's his game. That's his thing. And now that's not saying Wembley's bad or anything. I didn't think Wembley was great today. But in that position, you want a player like Joshua Zirkzee, not Sesko. I know Sesko is scoring and, you bring him on for that. I'm not even saying don't bring him on in this game. But in that situation, you look at how we're attacking. Why not bring on a player that's his bag, bro? That's how we were getting our opportunities. That's how we got our penalty. Good work from Cunha. Driving past Jimenez. Gets his shirt tucked. Goes down. Penalty. Fair enough. We get that. But I just didn't get why you didn't bring on Zirkzee. I know he's not the best striker in the world, and he's not the cup of tea for a lot of people. And I know Sesko's scoring, but we got to look at the game. You got to look at how the game is going, and that's something that maybe has to be learned if Carrick were to stay on beyond the end of the season. Sorry, you can't. I understand certain players are in form, but come on, man, that was really annoying to me personally. But then the red card, it kind of just changed the whole game plan, and we just had to go bring on Heaven and Ugarte and someone else came on as well. I really forgot who else came on. Heaven, Ugarte, and Yeah, someone else came on, but whoever else came on, right? They did their thing, man. So I feel like I'm missing someone. I don't know who I would be missing though. I don't think anybody else came on. I think it was really just Sesko, Heaven, and Ugarte. I'm missing anyone? I hope I'm not. But yeah, man, it's a very frustrating way to draw the game. And the good thing is we didn't lose. You know, a draw is still a point. We're still unbeaten. We're not. It's not panic stations yet. You know, we get a draw, we keep it pushing. It's not if the other teams win, we're still above them. We still, even if they lose, we gain a point on them, right? So it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just the way that it happened, man. We had that game. If that red card was not happening, if that penalty decision maybe goes our way, that changes the whole complexity of the game. The entire complexity of the game. So we really should have won. We really should have won this game, man, in every way, shape, or form. So I'm just really frustrated in that aspect, man. I'm really frustrated. But I want to go into some player performances. I do want to go into some player performances. Lemens, I thought it was pretty decent today. His commanding in the box is just great. You know, coming in, always claiming the ball. Maybe should have done better for the first goal. Maybe, but I really think the shot was just early and it's just gonna go. It's just a good finish, to be honest, man. It's a good finish, and the whole thing going on with the penalty and stuff maybe mess with the concentration and what's not. So I'm gonna give Lemens a 7 or so. He was pretty decent. Like I don't think anybody was really bad in this game. I mean, I stand corrected. I stand corrected. Let me slow down. I stand corrected. There are a few bad performances, but I don't think it was a shocking performance. Is the best way to put it. But I'll go into the first bad performance now. Lemens 7. I thought Dalot. He wasn't bad, actually. He was just all right. You know, first half, not really too great. Just, you know, like we need new fullbacks, man. Like that's the best way to put it. Luke Shaw and Dalot, they had their moments. Luke Shaw defensively, Dalot offensively, but they're just not the standard right now. We can do better. You know, I hope this is Luke Shaw's last season at the club. I just think it's time to move on now, man. He's not Shawberto Carlos, as y'all used to call him anymore. He didn't even get picked for the England squad. Whether that's fair or not, like, Luke Shaw's not offering anything in the attacking phase. At all. Zero. Zilt. Nothing. And defensively, he's suspect. He has these good moments where he will make a good recovery, maybe make a nice little tackle. But he gets caught out of position a lot. He really does. So I'm going to give Luke Shaw and Dalot the same rating because they do the same thing. Dalot the same thing as well defensively. Just get caught out, skinned. Not being in a good position. You're supposed to be an experienced guy, man. Anyways, I'm going to give them both a 4. I'm just going to give them both a 4. I'll give Luke Shaw me a 4.5 because he wasn't as bad, but you know what I'm saying. Euro, I thought was a 6 today. I didn't think Euro was that bad today. I don't think any of the goals were his fault. You know, I thought he did pretty decent. Nothing spectacular, so I'm just going to give him a 6. Maguire, you got the red cards, I'm giving you a 2. Before the red card, I'm giving you a 6. But you're getting a 2 because that was just dumb. I get it. You had to do it. But so maybe you're just giving away a penalty, but it was a red card, bro. You have your hands all on him. It's kind of stopping a goal scoring opportunity in a way. I kind of get it. But maybe it's not. You know, I'm not saying I'm not going in on you. I just think maybe that was a bit not the best decision in that moment. But it is what it is. I digress. Casemiro, I thought he was just been the same how he's been playing last few games, just all right. Maybe not too great in moments, you know, giving away balls in some instances. But honestly, not today, he was a little bit better. I'll be honest. Today was a little bit better. He wasn't as inaccurate with his passes. Some of the things he did, maybe long balls, which weren't really working today, but he was all right. Menu, I thought was pretty decent, to be honest. Put a good ball in behind for Cunha. Good tackles. He was just a good performance. I'm going to be honest. I think he was involved today. You know, a lot of people are saying Menu drifts out the game a little bit, but I thought he was pretty good today. I'll give him a 7. Bruno, same thing, 7. Took the penalty, scored it. The cross that came in the corner, the goal went in because of you. So, it being a good corner. No assist today, but I did say in the last video that I think Bruno won't get an assist today and that he'll get a goal. And he did. So, got the goal. I'll just give you a 7.5 because you got the goal. Big up to you, man. Just hope you get that assist record. You got 7 games to get 5 assists, bro. We have Leeds at home in 24 days, guys. We're going 24 days without a game. That's actually crazy. 24 days. Anyways, Cunha, I thought was the man of the match. Thought he was the best player for us. Won the penalty, 8 out of 10. Good crosses into the box. Working hard defensively and offensively. He was just really good today. Cunha's really growing into this left wing role. So you got to big him up because a lot of fans were giving criticism and saying he might not be worth the 60 million and this and that. But he's really showing that he's a maverick player and he can turn it on whenever he can, whenever it is. So big up to Cunha, my man of the match, 8 out of 10. And Mbeumo and Ahmad, just nothing. Not good enough. There was a moment where Ahmad really pissed me off. I love Ahmad, by the way, but I can say this. We're in transition. Brilliant work by him at first. Passes off into, I think it was into Mbeumo, into Bruno. Ahmad makes a run. He gets the ball back. And the touch was just poor. Killed the whole attack. And that basically sums up Ahmad in an attacking, not an attacking sense, but in terms of a goal contribution sense this season. And he needs to work on that. You know, I need a little bit more from you, Ahmad. That's what I'm asking. I need a little bit more. And you am too, Mbeumo. I know it's not your position, but I need a little bit more from you guys. You can't be performing like this consistently. It's not it, man. So I'm gonna give both of them a 4. I didn't think any of them were great. I mean, I know Ahmad works hard defensively. I know he works tirelessly defensively. I saw that today. I'm not saying he was, both of them were absolutely shocking and, you know, it's a disgrace and all that kind of thing, but just today wasn't the best game, man. It really, really wasn't. Subs that came on, Sesko didn't do anything when he came on. Nothing. Game wasn't coming to him. I just didn't think it was a game for him. I really, even without the red card, he wasn't doing anything. He was just kind of running around. I just didn't see why he was the sub to come on. I know he scores and all that, so maybe that's the reason. But if watching that game, how do you just say, all right, yeah, I'm gonna bring on a striker like this? And it just doesn't make sense. So you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's such a crucial decision for me, because you can literally see how the game is going. Why bring on that kind of profile? You have a different profile that suits that play. Why bring on the other profile just because he scores goals? And I think Sesko should have still come out in the game. But in that moment, it has to be Josh Wazirski, man. And I understand why he wants to leave in the summer. I get it. I understand. Because he can see that too. Y'all can see that too. Y'all going to lie and say, oh, no, Sesko is better than her. He is better than Wazirski. So you have to bring him on. It doesn't matter about... No, guys. You got to bring on who suits the game. It doesn't matter if Sesko didn't play today. We shouldn't go like, oh, Michael Carrick, what are you doing if Sesko didn't play today? It is what it is. He's not going to complain. You guys would complain more than him. Mad. But yeah, subs that came on, other than Sesko, Ugarte, same 5. I'm just going to give them both a 5. 5 and Heaven as well, 5. But man, it's really frustrating to go and draw that game like that, man. It really is. I can't even lie, man. Like, I really thought that we could just go and beat Bournemouth, end their drawing run. They're 11 games unbeaten now, guys. 11 games unbeaten. And I don't even know how. Like, them man are just... It is like to turn up against us. Now we've drawn 2-2 and 4-4 with them. We just can't beat Bournemouth. We can't beat Bournemouth, bro. It's always some reason we can't beat Bournemouth, and they just know. Today was referee, man. I'm gonna blame it a little bit on the referee as well. I hate complaining about that shit, but how is that not a penalty, dog? I just don't know how that wasn't a penalty. How is that not a penalty, Ahmad? Like, but it is what it is, man. If you guys like the video, please subscribe. Leave me in the comments down below how you're feeling, because I'm not deflated. We just have a wait a really long time for the next game. 24 days, bro. 24 days for the next game, and we're going off of that. I gotta sit on that for 24 days. It's mad. It's mad. But yeah, if you guys like the video, leave a comment, leave a like, leave a subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.